I am very disappointed by the shit my streaming stuff is doing, or rather not doing, because it's not stable. Why the hell is it not stable? I don't get it. Anyways, what I wanted to do, maybe, right, because the stairs on these were inverse, maybe we do an inverse stair, right? That would make more sense together with this. And then make this a copper block as well, but then we have too much copper blocks. So we replace this with what? Well, I don't know. A stone brick, which also looks like shit. Should we have to use... Oh yeah, what the hell is that? Might look good once it's oxidized. Actually, in order to keep this aesthetic that we have here, we have to build it like this. Yeah, right, that should work. Yeah, that might work. Alright, I thought this would have looked better, you know, in my head this looked better. Honestly. We need the trapdoors. I don't know if I still have trapdoors. I apparently do not have trapdoors. Why do I not have trapdoors? Also, those were the chocolate trapdoors. Also, hella annoying that I have to go up around all this. But at least we're gonna have somewhat nice looking end to all this. Yeah, this doesn't look too bad. Alright, we're gonna let that oxidize and yeah. Put that back. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. Nah, actually don't really wanna. Alright. Now, what I actually anticipated to do today was working on this top thingy here. I might have to remove the waterfall momentarily. But I wanted to make this more green. And in order to make it more green, we need green. Right? So, what we need to grab is dirt. And I don't know if we have that much dirt. And then we need to mix that in with moss that we quickly gotta get from somewhere. And with mossy cobblestones and stuff. We don't have a lot of moss. We have a lot of bones though, which actually makes this pretty easy. We use the moss and the bone meal to make moss. And we can make a lot of moss. That's pretty smart. We don't actually even need that much dirt. We don't actually even have that much dirt. suboptimal is what I'd call that. We might have some cobblestone left over in the chest, so I don't know about that. I hope we do. Yeah, we don't need anything of this, do we? There aren't any mossy variants of the other stone, sadly. This would probably go pretty hard if it had a mossy variant. So we have moss, we're just gonna get a... We're probably not gonna need more than that. And all the bits of dirt we have, bruh. So now this is pretty amazing because the moss can just replace what we already have in stone. Yes. Sadly, I think this only works... Oh no, this does work downwards. But this is pretty cool. Actually, this is probably very inefficient the way I'm doing this. Yep, it definitely was. Now I don't want to turn all of this into moss, but I want to turn most of it into moss. Now I don't know what moss does about gravel. Apparently nothing. Not good. Yeah, it just keeps the gravel. Not necessarily very optimal in terms of what I need. Now we need to make most of this cobblestone, I think, on the sides here. But I want to do mossy stuff here. A lot of mossy stuff. If we just clean that up a bit, we probably don't need too much of that tall grass. Probably nothing of those bushes. We can place the bushes again later. Like, it doesn't have to be massively overgrown. Just a little bit. Now I'm running out of moss. Yeah. That probably works too. Just gonna do as far as I... Why did I remove that grass? Perfect. Lovely. Indeed. Don't want to go too far down on this. Good. Now we do need a silk touched dirt block to make a bit of grass here. We also need dirt in itself. I mean, I can remove this, yeah, obviously, but that was all the dirt. Let me grab a silk touched grass block real quick. Just like one of them, maybe not one of these edge ones that are very noticeable. My shovel doesn't have silk touch, no. Bam. That's, you know, the grass doesn't really look that green over here, so that's might be for the best that we're doing a lot of mossy stuff. But I want to lighten it a bit. Because that's too much moss. Like, on God, that's way too much moss. But it looks pretty good. Now we need to, like, remove an entire island over here somewhere. Or do we? Nah, that's kind of in the view. Ah, Dan might have some dirt. Sure you won't mind. He indeed does not have any dirt. Oh, but barely any. Nah, that I'm not gonna steal that. Well, anyhow, I still need dirt and moss. Don't really have either of them. Maybe. Yeah. The stream again, you know. The stream again. Has it already created 3 streams, or how does it look? Indeed it has. And it's always in like those same time frames, like every around 13 minutes it happens. For some reason. No, I don't have any idea where I'm going. Oh yeah, I was going up there. He does no way have any dirt in here. Crap. Yeah. Then where else do I get dirt? Maybe Lumpus has some up here actually. Oh my god. He doesn't. He moved everything down. Not very nice. Not very nice at all. Perfect. Great. We don't have any dirt. I mean, I can get moss from here, or from, well, anywhere where there is moss, really. I think this continues down a bit, doesn't it? Does it? I don't know. Yeah, it does. Not extremely optimal, I have to admit. $27 moss. Yo, chill, guys. Chill. You know what? Come on. Nah, just kidding. No kidding. Great, we're back. It's almost a stack of random art stuff, so that's great. Yeah, we're gonna sleep first. That's probably smarter. Doomed to fall by zombie. Nah, the zombie did nothing. That had anything to do with my fall. I swear he's gonna get stuck in that boat. I swear he's going to get stuck in that boat. Alright, we gotta finish. Well, we gotta actually cover most of this entire thing here with moss. Actually, let me. How do we do that? The most efficient way. Do I offhand? No, that's stupid. We do not offhand that. We offhand the moss. Yes. That works pretty well. Actually, we didn't get any moss down here. Should have kept stone. Potentially we should have kept stone. Yeah. Should have kept stone here. Revert this. Let's revert this. Need some more from down here. Yep. Alright, perfect. But down here we can replace to potentially turn this into something that isn't stone. Yeah, I might want to keep this a natural corner. We're gonna leave the dirt, but we're gonna replace. Can this replace? Oh, it can, but it can't replace gravel. That is stupid. That's actually stupid, because most of this hill is literally gravel. That is so dumb. Yeah, we can probably replace that here too. Well, I didn't want to replace that down here actually though. At least we know this was definitely stone. Yep. Yeah, we're probably going pretty far out with that stuff here. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Now, over here I'm kind of having problems with how this is shaping up. Also, we need another dirt block. Grass block, I mean. This should have mostly turned into grass. What the hell? Shouldn't this be spreading? Hell no. This isn't a spreadless dirt. Oh my god. Bruh. So I need to get me another dirt block. I mean grass block. Again. This one spread, obviously. It's even raining, come on, it doesn't even have a reason not to spread. Why is it not spreading? That's weird. Now, how far are we going down with this moss? Let's probably keep things focused up here. More important. Then the gravel one, I don't know. Gotta do something about that too. Probably turning most of this ledge actually into moss. Actually, this all as well. At least on the tips of it. The sides can be a little bit stony. I don't mind about that, honestly. Actually, no, I do not mind about that. Actually, I think it would look better, probably. Ah, now it's spreading, finally. It's just slow as hell. It's faster down here. Which makes no sense. Are we going up that mountain with the moss? I think so. Yeah. Not too bad. Perfect. Yes. It's probably a bit too much grass up here going on. Mostly over here. Like, what the hell happened there? Alright, we probably want to texture this as well with mostly like more mossy stuff. And these sides too. Actually, we probably don't need any moss on that stage yet. Yep. Now let me get some... we probably don't have any... Wait, I had dirt in here. I'm actually dumb. I had stacks wise of dirt in here. Alright, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna replace some stuff with dirt. We're gonna replace most of the stone. Actually, I think some of this could actually look pretty good if we leave some of the natural stones in here. That could look pretty decent, but only some. For example, we can add some dirt here or add some ones here. Obviously, those are probably not gonna grow actually. But for example, we can like put like a patch of dirt in here. And another patch in here. And maybe a bit more here. No, I don't want farmland. That would be a bit excessive of a terraforming. I mean, I have already sometimes added purposeful patches of just fields with crops growing on them, like a farmland with crops. It doesn't look all too bad. Not actually all too bad. Sometimes. What I'm doing makes no sense right now, because why would I change these to be dirt but the inner ones to be stone? Yep, that makes more sense. Now we gotta somehow get a few bits of actual grass. Oh, now we're actually not getting any mobs spawning here anymore. That's pretty cool. Or actually not, at least not as many. And it does look pretty sick, I have to say. Great. Now, what now? Now we need to put the iron back, and we have cobblestone. Yeah, I think we have cobblestone. Shears are still well working. Then we need grass blocks is what we need. And I am pretty sure we don't have many of those. Like, I mean, I can grab grass. But where to grab grass, right? I'm just gonna grab grass in the grassy, grabbable grass. Because sadly I do not have Silk Touch. Good. That's a bit of grass. And this is connected to nothing. Grass. 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 I don't know if that spreads over here, so grass. Grass. That spreads. Grass. Yeah, that one probably won't spread. Grass. Oh my god. That guy. What do you sell? Oh. That's pretty cool. That's also pretty cool, and that other stuff is pretty useless. But I might buy some of those open eye blossom thingies. I'll be right back. Gotta grab my emeralds. He seems to like it here. That's the first time I've traded anything? Damn. Anyway, get back here. Do we buy slime balls? Nah, I don't really want to buy 7 times 4. Damn, that would be a lot. 28 slime balls. No, wait. Are there 4 slime balls or is it just 1? Oh, no, 28 emeralds for 7 slime balls. If it's the same rarity as... no, not the same stock as the other ones did. Thanks for the leashes, man. I'll see you around. Or not, if it turns night. I won't, bruh. The grass also doesn't spread over here. And I don't know if it spreads upwards or downwards. For that fact, it does. Apparently. This should all be spreading nicely. Yep, it is. Pretty good. Pretty good. This is now pretty damn flat, I have to also admit that. But what can you do, right? Now, what did I want to do? Ooh, trader llama head. Pretty cool. What we need now... Nope, wrong chest. Alright, what we need now is to grab us some cobblestone and make some stuff with vines. These are gonna regrow anyways. In like 10 minutes. I mean, they grow way too fast. And way too much as well. Would have been cool if vines had the same mechanics as other... No, actually most plants do have the same mechanics as vines, but if vines had mechanics of other gravity blocks, kind of that would just break, other gravity blocks. I'm saying it as vines are gravity blocks because they aren't gravity blocks. In fact, yeah, vines aren't gravity blocks, indeed. Now we need to make the cobblestone. It doesn't work like that, no. We had a plugin once where that worked. Metric frick ton of mossy cobblestone, and I need to remove that bush. Now, what I have planned with the mossy cobblestone, I still need some regular cobblestone though. What I have planned with the regular, the mossy cobblestone, sorry, is too much tall grass. Is to make these sides too much very mossy. I don't really want to have any open stuff though. Gonna add some grass here. Yeah. We're gonna obviously have that run into here, pretty much. It's kind of, yeah. Top-sided mossy cobblestone actually looks pretty decent. In that matter, it looks pretty good. And we can also add it to like random ass patches in here. No, I should probably pickaxe that. And on edges like this, it also looks pretty decent. Obviously mixed in with regular cobblestone occasionally and some regular stone. But it can look pretty good. I ran out of the cobblestone. Damn. Now here, for example, we could add one of those azalea bushes, which obviously doesn't grow on mossy cobblestone. Ah, who would have thought? But it looks ass on a ledge. Like that doesn't make much sense, if any. Yeah, drink your shit. Gonna make fake moss here. Alright, well, yeah. We're gonna add a llama head here. Can we add a little bit of tilt? Not too much. Yes. That doesn't look bad, does it? No, not at all. Jockey without the chicken. God damn. Boom. Wow. Yeah. Actually, we should add the railing that I have to do on the top of that thing. Which is done in a very specific way. And for that we need some crazy stones, which, let me do that. It might make the entire thing look a bit more completed than it is currently. Also, we can enchant stuff again. Should do that too. We need stones. Like a bunch of stone. Actually, no, but not that much. But I need to turn this into that stone. Don't know how many I'm gonna need, but I'm gonna need a few. Let's just make enough. And I'm gonna need regular ass stone brick stairs, which I probably don't have enough of, but we're gonna see. And some stone brick slabs as well. Let's make some more stairs and slabs. Alright, that's probably gonna be hopefully enough. Right, now how this works, I don't actually know how I'm gonna do it in those edges. Actually, no, I probably actually do know how I'm gonna do it in those edges, because these ones are placed here and there, and then there's always an upside down stair here. So we're gonna have a slab here and a slab here and a slab here, and an upside down stair right there. That means we need one of the goofy corners here and there, because we need obviously a slab here and there and there, and then a stair. Yeah, that actually also adds up. It very much does. Yes. Perfect. Let me place those in. Here, no idea. Probably gonna have it go back, but I don't know how far. It would have set. Well, it would end on this. Yeah, let's just make it like that. Ooh, this might actually almost add up. I mean, I don't think we're gonna need much fencing up here, do we? Or me neither back around here. If the mountain is this weirdly shaped, and well, I can like remove a bit of the mountain here, which I might have to do, like just like this, like try to make it look somewhat organic. I mean, it's very much allowed to be looking man-made, but I don't want to make it too crazy. Anyways, let's place them slabs. Perfect. I was short like 4 slabs or whatever. Oh, well, not actually. I mean, we need more on this side. 3 slabs. 3 slabs. Yeah, we do need more on this side. Technically. This might look pretty good. I mean, I hope it does. We still need to find out what to do with the waterfall, actually, though. And I have no idea what to do about it. Because... hell no. Perfect. Wow, perfect. That actually makes it look a lot more imposing, I have to say. It also covers quite a bit of up there, somewhat. Still, the waterfall is annoying as hell. So I'm going to remove the waterfall. I'm going to remove the waterfall. Or I block it off. Yeah, I can block it off here. Yeah, we're just gonna use that to block it off. Did it block it off? It did block it off. Alright, great. Oh, well, actually, I can also just not block it off, and it will block itself off. Yeah, that works. Perfect. And we can add our last slab. Not bad. I have to admit, we're gonna need a lot of mossy cobblestone and cobblestone to make this flooring happen here. I think at least that's what I'm gonna do. To make the floor look more weathered than down there. Because we used a lot of bricks, and I might use bricks as well here, but I'm gonna more rely on natural stuff like moss and mossy cobblestones. I wanna thin out the moss a bit, maybe. It's probably a bit too mossy. It might be too mossy. But if it vibes, it vibes. So we're gonna have to see. What I'm not sure yet is if I want to add some purposeful placed coarse dirt. Could do that. Don't have to, but could do that. Anyways, we need more vines. Make more of the mossy cobblestone. So let's get more vines. Should I place an open eye blossom? Can I place that? What does that even do? I have never placed one of those. Open eye blossom. We could like, actually the open eye blossom is like, it's not an open eye blossom, it's an open eye blossom. I'm stupid. The open eye blossom, I could just place that somewhere where it's pretty special. Like on the edge of a mountain somewhere. Maybe like, oh my god, that would look pretty cool. Wait. If this were to go up, right? Oh my god, that's actually, oh. we're gonna actually turn this terraforming into advanced terraforming. Watch this. We're gonna make an overhang. I ran out of bone meal, obviously, but you get the point. Why did I mute? You get the point, probably. Yeah, that does look pretty goofy. But if I can make it look not so goofy by adding the moss and then maybe some vines hanging off, we could make this look pretty cool. So let me get some more bones. Not too many bones, but a few bones. And yeah, we don't have vines, obviously, but let me just grab some of those. There's way too many of them down here anyway. I mean, our secret entrance has to stay secret, but it will regrow, and then nobody's gonna know it was ever uncovered. Alright, now let's see. I did not want to go bathing. Right. Now I can just place that here. And like add a few vines. Purposeful placed vines. Nah. Yeah, that one will go down pretty far. The eye blossom. That actually does hit pretty hard. We just have a single flower up there. That adds some unforeseen lore to the entire place. Oh, I've accidentally created a lot of bushes. Obviously you can't place these on top of bushes, right? No. Would have been cool. Kinda. Let's make more mossy cobblestone, and then we can turn some more of that ledge here into, well, mossy cobblestone. I don't know if I vibe with that it is all cobblestone. We might need to mix in some other stones. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. But I don't know how that works further over. Let's say here, where we have a lot to remove. Still want to have most of it be mossy. But this time not quite all of it. I'm gonna add some diorite. Into the mix, yeah. Oh, that's what we can do. Mossy carpets. Yes, yes, this is getting somewhere. Actually, I don't need to remove carpets from anywhere. I have technically enough carpets down in that chest. Actually, I want to at least like cover most of it. The top rows in mossy carpets. Not stacked mossy carpets, but mossy carpets. Yes, yes. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, this is gonna have to extend outwards. Actually, let me just do like this section of the floor. Why am I doing zigzags again? And we're just gonna do more moss over to the left, but not as much over to the right. And then this is gonna be mostly cobblestone. Obviously I ran out again. Don't know if that works. It doesn't really work. Do we have any cracked bricks? We still do have some cracked bricks. And some andesite. I might use a little bit of andesite. Andesite and cracked bricks, yeah, that should work. Hopefully. Yeah, I forgot to grab cobblestone. Actually, sorry man, sorry. Yes. Very subtle, very subtle. And it works, I think it works. Maybe another mossy carpet or two. And we have ourselves a pretty good edge here. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously this is pretty flat, but it's not going to be as noticeable anymore. Hello there. Yes, very dead. I mean, chat isn't dead, there's just nobody here. I think. I know what we need to make this even crazier. Can we do this? Oh, we indeed can. We can make mini cobblestones. Can we also make mini mossy cobblestone? I would like mini mossy cobblestone. But I need some more of the mossy. Actually, why didn't they change the mossy cobblestone crafting recipe from vines to moss? It's called mossy cobblestone. Not overgrown or winey cobblestone. No, that would be something else. That would just be crying cobblestone, but still, why didn't they? And it makes no sense, does it? Or does it? Oh, that does. Oh, it does that many. Oh, I did not know that. Yep, perfect. Yeah, we're just making fake rocks here. Let's go. How would that look? Like, I mean, just add a stone here. Yay, cool, a stone. Another stone. Can add stones anywhere. Actually, that does look pretty cool. Maybe orientate that one a bit differently. Actually, what if it was perfectly straight? Yeah. They all face the same way. That doesn't... it triggers me. It still faces the same way, technically. Yes. Lovely. It looks pretty cool, I think. Can we add carpets on top of custom heads? What? Damn. But that looks pretty cool. If only it glowed, like actually, then it would be actually sick. I don't know if the shaders, they probably don't have that. Either they don't have that in them yet, or it's not actually a light source. I mean, it definitely does glow. Oh my god, it's dark as hell up here. Having classic Optifine like glitches here. But other than that, damn. I want some very subtle lighting here. Maybe some of those glowing vines. But we need a bit, some lighting. Damn. The moon. Why does it have so much like motion blur? What the hell? If I move fast enough, it turns into a circle. That is like, obviously it is already a circle, but it turns into a bigger circle. Oh, that was a crazy shot. Yeah, and it looks pretty cool, I have to admit. Hello. Did he get more expensive now that I hit him? No. Actually not. Also, who would buy Podzol off of that guy? Who would do that? I honestly don't know. But that's pretty cool. I'm obviously going to continue with this over to the other side of them. It's crazy laggy. I think my shadow distance is too high. Oh, and there are the zombies. How's it looking? Damn. Ow. Obviously, we need to build houses next. But, I mean, like, it looks pretty good. All I can say is that it looks pretty good. We already have leather. We don't have leather. We obviously don't have lines that leads either. Leash. Lead. It's not called a leash? Oh, interesting. Wow. I might have set my bloom a bit too high. But with that shadow casting, perfect. How is my guy still there? And why are the heads entities? I didn't know that. I thought they were. Well, no, they're obviously entities, actually. So if we go near, we suddenly have, wow, stones. But this here is pretty cool. Hmm. Funny. Funny. Very funny network. Very funny. Extremely so funny. So extremely funny. Like, I almost laughed. It's so funny. I wanted to make this glow, but we don't have invisible light sources. And I don't know if dynamic lights work with armor stands casting shadows. Also, I don't even have that armor stand plugin. Which is stupid. Why don't I have the armor stand plugin? Plug-in. Does that make any sense? Probably not. Why are these so slow? Don't know. Can we accelerate? Nah. But I want to make this flower glow more. Like, kind of. I want to do that. But how? How do we? We don't. Honestly though, it's like pretty impossible to do. Oh, you know what would look pretty cool in this as well? Tough. And we have some of that in this chest. Here. No, here. This stuff. And let me check if I have some of those lines. I don't. Why is that sign still there though? Alright. You don't have anything that actually glows, right? Why do I have so many bad omen bottles? Isn't that crazy? Yeah, who cares? But oh, hoppers. Hoppers can actually be pretty cool decoration as well, but maybe for a street lantern, but yeah. That's some like 1.12 building stuff type of thing. Other than that, do we have anything that I could use? Hello. I am doing very fine. How are you doing? Let me, where did, bruh. What did Lumpus actually do down here? I never understood. He just put water, like a water pocket under the entire thing. I don't get really why, but why did I remove so many potatoes? Can we quickly confirm that I am definitely clicking my right mouse button? Wait. Where, why? Oh, is it too dark again? Oh, hell no. Is it because... Oh, no. Does it work now? Yeah, this is hella confusing. I am... Actually... I really don't get the lighting system for crops. It's weird. Do we not have anything that works to make... Do I actually have to craft new torches? Do I have some coal? Yes. I thought I crafted... I built this to fit the... to fit... I need to... to fit the entire... the entirety of all of our crops, but apparently... What? Do I explicitly have to place a torch right here? Or somewhere, so that this works? Where do I have to place the torch? Are you serious? Now the other one will... It didn't. Alright, that's interesting. I'll just leave it like this. It might work. Does it work? It does work. Stupid, actually. Actually stupid. I know I have leftover torches. We probably need one there. It's pretty dark. I'm very sorry for the mess that I am having in my chests, or our chests. Alright, let's see. I wanted to add tough into this. Accidentally flexing my cape here. Oh yeah, that could work. Yes, that does work actually. Nah, remove that stone. These would probably go pretty well as stone, like as smaller stones as well. Yep, that works. It works pretty well. Pretty well. And now what I said was I wanted to add some of the glowing vines that are called, like, what are they called? I don't know. Glow something. I don't know how much they actually emit. If they even emit enough to be worth placing anywhere. Actually, the berries... What is down there? What the hell is that? Why is there cobblestone? What the hell? Weird. Anyways, that's what I meant. These glow lichen or whatever the hell they're called. I can't speak English. They don't really emit much, do they? That's not going on any further back there. Oh, that was one of those. I thought that was a... Yeah. Now, the berries are not, well, not the greatest thing. Because obviously, they get... they don't grow. They just stay as basically vines without the functionality of vines. So if I harvest these, then we're just not gonna have much that glows anymore. What is glowing that much down here? More berries. Those should be enough, I think. Alright. My man's doing all the lifting here. Right, let's get somehow back up. How extremely utterly funny this is. Yeah. This is actually devious. Does it automatically publish everything prior? Oh, it didn't even. Alright. I'm very sorry for that. It happens since like a month now, potentially even longer, where my streams just randomly crash every few minutes, or not, well, not a few minutes, but it's quite a few minutes, like a quarter an hour, close to that is where they crash. Let me actually stay here, even though it's currently night. Oh god damn it, I ran out of arrows again. What the hell? Good. Now, let me place some of those glowing vines. Glowing vines. Probably not the smartest decision to place it on a stone that's definitely not gonna stay. This might already be too much. I'm gonna have to check that. That spider's gonna be too slow. Yep. Thought so. Now these emit a very slight light. Very, Very slight. The slightest. Just so it's not pitch black up here. And the berries, well, we can't really place them anywhere. But I know where we can. It's well, it's going to steal the show of the of this dude here a bit. Or, well, yeah. Oh my lord, why is there so many zombies? And the stupid ass spider and skeletons. Yeah, that should work. The glow lichen actually work well enough, apparently. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's go back to regular shaders. Well, no shaders, pretty much. Not bad. Really not bad. I mean, obviously if we texture all this, it's gonna look a bit better. The green still sticks out slightly too much, in my opinion. But we can make it more textured by adding some buttons, potentially. We might even add some buttons down there, like on this level. Potentially. I don't know yet about that, but we might. We might. I don't know if we should. I mean, we probably should add buttons. Maybe? Alright, this is a pretty crazy one. What if I add like a broken out piece of the wall somewhere? Potentially over here, because it makes sense. Or further over here, actually. That would also make a lot of sense. Because there's literally nothing happening over here, except for... Hello, bats. Except for a ton of vines, which I don't know how this even happened. That's like, what, 100 blocks? No, it's not 100 blocks, but that's a lot of blocks. This has still not changed since I've last looked at it. Who cares? But we might make like a broken out corner of the stone and then just have boulders laying on the bottom. That might look pretty cool. Gives it a bit of, you know, makes it feel more alive. Oh, it closes. It closes during the day. But then I wonder, the item is still an open one, right? I mean, it basically just changes the block state. Closed eye blossom, but if I break it... Oh, it is closed. Ooh, that is interesting. If you break it while it's open, it's an open eye blossom. If you break it while it's closed, it's a closed eye blossom. But if you have it in your inventory, you can have open eye blossoms during the day in your inventory, but if you place them, they'll close. If you break them again, they'll be closed eye blossoms. That is crazy. Would have been cool if it just changed its state in your inventory as well. Basically, that would be the poor man's clock, because you could then just tell what time it is. Now I wonder, when does it change? Could probably be used to make some sort of an alarm. Like an alarm clock with this, with a detector, an observer, and then I don't know, a clock that powers bells or something. And voila, you have an alarm clock. If this changes its state, the bell rings or something. What I wonder is, when does it change its state? We could probably check that. If it changes states shortly before you can sleep, shortly after, or right when you can sleep, that would be pretty useful actually. Pretty useful. But yeah, I think I am going to leave this at where we are for today. And I'm going to see myself out before the stream crashes again, which could happen not too far from now, so yeah, I still want to be able to play the next song for the outro. So I'm going to leave now. There we go, Jack Black Cape. Oh my god, that looks cursed. But yeah, gonna skedaddle. This does look pretty amazing, I gotta say. So yeah, gonna yeet myself out of here. And yeah, thanks to everyone for having been here. I am very sorry. You didn't miss much though. I just found out about these cool flowers. Wait, these ones that close during the day and open at night, and I built this very natural looking land spike to make it look like it's some kind of a activation point for a main quest or something. I don't know, it looks pretty cool. Anyway, yes, I am Steve. Chicken Jockey, Flint and Steel. And with that, I'm going to see myself out. Yeah, thanks for having been here. I will be reappearing next week. Yeet. No, well, wrong button. Oh, well, still wrong. Oh my god, still wrong button. How do I still not have that in? It's been over 1 year. It's close to 1.5 years now. Bye.